Welcome to the loop.
Whoa! Where are we cheering?
I was trying.
Are we cheering? Is the volume down?
It's a very small
My
crowd.
volume-
There is a very small crowd.
Hey, that wasn't good enough.
I didn't
Let's
mean
do it again.
I didn't mean small.
Cheer.
That's more like it.
Dear Lord, save us.
That's more like it.
Now it's a big crowd.
It is a big crowd. How you doing?
What was that? Is everything okay? I heard
don't
some
know.
so.
staticky. Okay,
Static.
I
where's
don't know what that was.
Hey, Kyle, I think you can scoot maybe just a hair towards Trevor.
Gross.
I know it's gross, but hey. Welcome to The Loop, everybody. This is a talk show about video games. You're joining us live from the Temple of Doom.
What are you giggling about, Trevor?
I looked at the screen.
Trevor, you're fine.
The people at home can't see the screen.
No, I know.
You never reference
it's
the
funny.
things that you can't reference.
It's just like the GIF. Don't reference the GIF.
Trevor.
Old school reference. Yes, this is the Loop Talk Show about good video games. As always, you're joined by me. My name is Eric, and I'm also, with the Kyle.
Hey.
And the Trevor.
Hi, I'm Trevor.
Trevor, just in case you were confused, that
Hi,
was
I'm
Trevor.
Kyle.
Hi, I'm Trevor.
I'm Eric.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
Hi, I'm Trevor.
Oh, good. Now everyone's filled in and aware of the situation.
We almost got stuck in a loop.
We did, but we're on the loop, so we can't.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
No.
Hi.
No.
I'm Trevor.
No. Hi, Trevi91.
Hi.
And J Oliver 411983. I've never said your full username out loud. I just felt like doing that tonight.
I'm Kyle.
J Oliver 411983.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I was waiting
Making
for
sure
Trevor
you
to
guys
say
got it
that he
out
was
of your
Trevor
system.
again.
sorry,
I need to
I
take
was-
I'm parched
I-
now.
You're parched? What you got? Some water?
Yeah. Hydrate.
Got to hydrate up. Be ready for this
So
game talk.
we, there's a lot to talk about tonight, a lot to get through. But before we do, what is that noise that
What's
keeps happening?
bumping?
Is that Trevor?
Mike, sorry.
Stop bumping the
I'm not used to
microphone.
this one. Yeah.
No. What has everybody been playing? What games have you been partaking in?
Trevor? I'll let you lead.
Well, Humble Bundle had their monthly had Destiny 2 as one of the games for PC,
For the PC?
which I've been actually kind of wanting to get anyway, just because I want to play with a friend that doesn't
Wow,
have
what does
other
that say
consoles.
about Destiny's, the state of Destiny right now?
Well, yeah, it's. I'm actually kind of glad I got it because it's interesting. It's nice because it's this like smooth 60 frames per second. The load times are super short, and for some reason it just looks nicer.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see. 'cause
But you
it's
don't
like-
get the expansion pack with that. do
No, you don't get the expansion
Hmm.
pack with that. But
That's too bad.
I mean, it's still a pretty expensive game to get.
Yeah.
So, and you get other games too. Yeah, and then oddly enough, I went back to Civ 6 too.
I noticed you've been playing that on Steam a lot. I see Trevor playing Civ. Was that in the Humble Bundle or just one you
No,
decided
it's just
to go back to?
I've been wanting to play Civ again for a long time, and I just was like, I should play that.
You just gave into it.
And so yeah. Well, and it's kind of a nice game to play because it's just something I can just chill to. I usually put some Netflix on.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chills with Civ.
With Civilization. Yeah. Nope.
Oh, hey.
Actually, Gandhi's not been in the games I've played so far recently. So.
That guy's over there.
Oh, yeah. Kuiper's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Kipes.
I mean, the show's up and running. I figured, people
Yeah.
will know
Yeah.
at this point.
They
that
should know at
If
this
it's
point.
not absolute chaos,
Yeah.
it's
It's because Kuiper's is here.
Kuiper's
And if it
probably
is absolute chaos, it's also probably
It's because Kuipers is here.
Yeah. So yeah, the Destiny on PC, I was always intrigued by because it does run smoother and probably has
Yeah.
better textures and all that stuff.
Texture.
But
It's interesting. I mean, if you've had enough Destiny, you don't need to get it. But
Yeah.
it's interesting to see.
I
though.
just think when I saw that on the Humble Bundle, I was like, that's a really good deal. I should maybe think about it. But then I realized I already paid whatever the expensive version of it was to have all the expansions when I bought it. So I'm like on Xbox. So it's like I just can't. I'm not going to pay the $12 to just see the stuff I already did. Was the only problem I had.
Yeah. I have a friend I want to play it with. So that's well,
good.
and I'm just naturally subscribed to Humble Bundle monthly. So
I'd had aspirations of buying the DLC stuff, but nobody's playing it anymore. So
Well, nobody even played it after the first one was released, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah,
I played it for a while.
Jeremy did for a little bit.
No, the first expansion.
Oh yeah. I dropped off by then, and then it was like nobody else was getting it except for Jeremy, and so I was like, I'm not gonna bother with it.
Yeah.
Save some money.
I might jump in on this expansion because it looked like they actually put some new stuff in there that was maybe a little more interesting. But
they've got like a horde mode kind of thing, I think.
Oh yeah.
So I'm interested with that. But
you like hordes?
I do like horde modes.
Trevor loves hordes. Mm-hmm. All of them.
Have you been playing anything else?
I was trying to think. I did pick up Frostpunk, but I haven't played it yet.
Shame.
I'm going to.
I didn't pick up Frostpunk.
I don't know.
How
it's
dare
been
you
a
play
long week.
Civ instead of Frostpunk?
I kind of wanted something I didn't have to learn stuff for. So
that makes sense. Because if you don't like learning, you won't like Frostpunk.
Well, it's just.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you're not in the mood, I should say, if you're not in the mood for learning.
I might start playing that.
Trevor hates learning.
Trevor hates education.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Were you playing Jurassic World too?
Oh, I just wanted to say something because they finally released some Jurassic World Evolution stuff, some video footage.
Is this a Telltale game?
No, this is a park building game. So you build your own Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, I guess it is.
So it's like an amusement park simulator.
Yeah. It's made by Frontier, who also made a amusement park sim thing, builder thing. But the reason I'm really interested in it is because a long time ago they made a game called Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and it's like it takes a lot of cues from that because you can fly the helicopter around and like shoot tranquilizers at the dinosaurs if they escape, and I don't know. It's really exciting to see. It looks like really well designed. They have Jeff Goldblum in doing Ian, which sounds pretty good. It definitely sounds like he's not putting his all into it, but that could just be an Ian thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
But it looks really cool though.
When's that out?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. It's still pretty early in development, I think. But
Oliver says, "Is that why chips have Jurassic Park stuff on them?" No, it's probably because of the new
because of
movie.
the movie.
Because of the movie. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's out like soon, isn't it?
Wikipedia says that the initial release date of this is supposed to be June
12th.
June 12th.
Okay.
So that's soon.
You know what? I did see that now.
Soon 12th.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I mean, which makes sense that they would put that out, try to capitalize alongside the movie coming out.
When's the movie out?
I don't remember sometime this summer.
Man, I still can't believe Solo is out in like 2 weeks.
I know.
I'm so excited about it.
Deadpool's next week.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah. I think that's part of the reason that Avengers was pushed up a week because they wanted to separate themselves a little from Deadpool and Solo.
And also, what else?
Even though they're all
Isn't
getting
Mission
the same
Impossible
money.
coming out soon too?
Yeah, when is Mission Impossible is this summer?
Yeah, this will be a great summer for movies.
I feel like there's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And I probably will miss half of them.
Why?
Get Movie Pass.
Why will you miss half?
Just because things happen, life,
I mean, it's only
July. You're right, though. I should make sure. I want to watch some of the.
Have you not seen Mission Impossible?
I've seen all of them.
Oh.
It's been a while since I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
So
you can
Just the
skip
last-
two, I think
skip
it is.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Skip was-
2 is
ugh.
the John Woo poo.
Yeah.
But I think that The newer ones, like the last two, have just been so well
Yeah,
done.
Ghost
And then-
Protocol was really good,
Yeah.
and Rogue Nation was.
Yeah. And this one looks just as incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to my wife about it after seeing the
Fallout.
trailer before Avengers, and I was just like, man, this looks really, really good.
Yeah.
July 2018.
I love they have the shot of like him in the water, and the water's like rising. The guy in the water. I don't know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really cool.
Well,
Well, and then like, which I mean, he played Superman, but what's it? Something Cavill, Harry Cavill.
Oh,
Henry. He looks ginormous in it, like because they show that.
Well, but
he's
that's
like,
also
"Ugh."
because
Tom Cruise is
tiny
not
man.
that big.
Well, not even
so that helps.
Not even like he looks like he's so broad.
It's
So
the
he's
mustache.
he's like
the
I
mustache
don't know.
makes him look buffer.
and then he like punches his sleeves out. He just like I don't know. He looks like he's gonna kill somebody. I don't know.
I think he is. I think he's trying
Probably,
to kill
yeah.
him.
I don't know.
If
It just-
what I saw in the trailer is the case, it looked like he was trying to kill
Yeah.
Ethan.
I don't know. It's just that I was just like, holy crap! I didn't realize just how big a guy he was because I've seen him in a few different movies.
Any other games? Is that it?
That's what Traver's been playing.
Yeah, I've not really been playing any
Slacker.
other games. I was gonna say I'm gonna start streaming games here on Mondays. And, I am gonna put up a Twitter poll here just after I say it, and I want you guys to vote for what you want me to play, even if it's just one of you that votes. But so my options I'm gonna put are I'm gonna have 4 different options. Maybe that's way too many, but
Question.
yep.
Is this going to be a serialized thing that you're
Yes.
going to play
Oh.
through like a specific game, or is it just going to be every week?
It's-
Trevor's going to play a game with you.
Yeah,
on
I don't
the
think I'm going to
interwebs.
specifically go through one
Okay.
game. This will just be what should I play this next week?
What are the
Okay.
choices?
So the choices are I have finished God of War, but I would like to platinum it. And if people want to see me play some God of War, also that will come with some spoilers. Not necessarily the big ones, just because the way things are.
Because you've already finished the game.
But there will be some spoilers, especially I still have to defeat the last Valkyrie. And there's some story elements, I think, with that might be spoilery, if you want to see that yourself. Also, Frostpunk, if you'd like to see me play that. I might go ahead and play it for a little bit, just so I can be able to tell what things are going on. Hey, how's it going?
Hey!
Ballin'
Hobo.
The color of that name looks a little weird there, so I couldn't read it very well.
It's green on our screens. Trevor
Yeah.
can't read green. He's colorblind.
What is this? This is The Loop. It's a talk show about video games.
That is true.
Whoa. Way to take it. Way to take the helm there, Trevor. Good
Sorry.
job. No, it's nice. It was good.
Trevor's in charge of this. Trevor's the captain now.
I know. So, anyways, what other
Anyhow,
game? You
next
said,
choice. Pillars of Eternity 2. It's a top-down RPG game that's just released. Also, my last choice would be Middle-earth Shadow of War. They just had some DLC that you play as Baranor, if you played the new one. And I'd like to try that out, and if you guys want to, I can play that for...
Vote.
So, yeah.
Put your poll out there, Trevor,
I'll put
for
that poll
everyone.
out.
Go to Twitter.
Here
Yeah.
in just a second. It's not ready yet,
Yeah,
but I'll tell you when.
Yeah, get your poll. Get your poll-
Twitter.com/men in a tub.
Get your poll ready.
You got
and then
30
put-
seconds
and then
before
put
you-
your, put your poll out there.
Yeah.
That's how polls work.
Cast it. Cast your poll.
Kyle, have you been playing any video games?
I've been playing some of that God of War.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I know that one.
I'm sure as everyone on this fine panel here tonight has also played. And let's see, what else have I got the new Donkey Kong. Well, the newish Donkey Kong.
The re-release
The re-release.
of those.
I was sitting there and it
Wii.
was like, do you want to play the funky mode or the original mode? And I chose the funky mode.
I was gonna say you should try original and then realize that you're not good enough to beat it out original and then play funky.
Well, I was just like, it seems like it wants to default to this. So I'm just going to stick with it, even though I think you have to still unlock Funky to play
Really?
as him, unless you play as him from the beginning.
I
don't
so.
know. So
Wait, you didn't play it?
I played it. I chose, it's like, do you want to start as Donkey Kong or as Funky?
Oh.
So I chose Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Because
well, it's just because Funky
But-
Kong is pretty much just like easy mode.
Right. Did you get it?
No.
Okay. So there's like when you start it up, it asks you, do you want to play funky mode or do you want to play original?
Yeah.
Picked funky mode, and then it goes to the character.
Well, yeah, you can
select.
still select the character, but I think if you play original, you just don't have the backup
right.
of being able to.
But
play
I haven't
funky.
figured out how to switch to funky.
Oh,
if I wanted to.
You have to at the beginning where it says so, right? Where you select.
Yeah, but it says you're supposed to be able to change as you're playing it. So I don't know. I didn't really try to look it up or anything.
That game is brutal. It's super hard, and so that's why. Yeah, I was curious to maybe try it because funky could.
Seems
make it
pretty
easier.
nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's
It's a good game. And then I was checking out that is it Super Baseball. No, what is it called?
Super Mega
Super
Baseball.
Super Mega
2.
Baseball 2 that is free on Xbox this month. And that game is all right. I like the fact that it's very cartoony and it's like it takes itself seriously.
I'd say the only thing that's super and mega about it is the heads of the characters. So,
Yep.
but
I like the way that it's kind of got a cartoony vibe, but it still is. I mean, it's not like anything that's extreme in regards to like you're playing with rocket upgrades or anything like that. It's not
NFL
anything.
Blitz.
Yeah, it's not Blitz exactly. Yeah,
well, that's because this is baseball. And
Yeah.
Blitz is a football.
although I
didn't
would.
realize that.
Although if they did want to make that game, I would play it.
NFL
MLB Blitz.
MLB Blitz.
MLB Blitz.
Just so you know, the Twitter poll is out there. So
Trevor's
if you want to
poll is
vote for
out
that.
there.
Trevor's poll is
that.
on the internet. Go vote. Do with it as you please.
I've been playing some of that too. It's fun. It's like if you were ever into like old NES or SNES
Yeah.
baseball games, this is like the modern take on that.
I like the ego system that you can kind of select your difficulty before you go into the game, or even mid-game. I think you can change it.
Oh, yeah.
And go, hey, I want to turn this difficulty down because I'm getting smoked right now.
Yeah. It seemed hard. Like I put it on casual and I felt like I was getting destroyed and I was
Yeah.
like, what am I doing?
Well, some of the controls are a little weird at first, but once you kind of figure them out, like pitching especially.
Pitching, I was gonna say.
I
was so confused. I was not playing that right for the first whole game I played. I did not.
I wasn't either. It was the second game that I started playing that I was like, oh, if I hold this down and then I move, that's how I get the pitch where I need it to be.
Oh wait, you can hold a button down
If
too?
you hold
because I
down-
just figured out that I can move the stick, so I've been trying to move the stick really fast.
Yeah, so when you're pitching, it's got the little spot there for you to
Yeah,
pick,
it's like
and
a
then
normal baseball game.
there's the dot that as you pitch, you try to move your cursor into.
Yeah,
to
but what
hit
does
it.
the holding
But
down
if you
do?
hold it down, it gives you a little more control and a little more time that is open. And then when you release it, that's when it closes in. So that's why if you just press the button, it moves a lot faster and it's harder to try and zero in on it.
Depending on what are you doing the A pitch or the X pitch?
I was doing a little bit of both. The A is definitely easier
But
to.
do they work the same way?
Yeah, so they both work in that way, and that's actually it was because they showed me how to do the power pitch that I figured out how to do the other one. I was like, oh, I can actually do this with the other one too.
Because I had held it down before, but I didn't realize what I was doing. I don't think so. Oh man, that changes the game a lot.
For sure. I was like, oh, I actually feel like I'm controlling this now, and I went through like 3 or 4 innings of nothing, and then I got blown up. Actually, it was in that inning that I got my pitcher died.
He died?
Well, not died, but it was the exact same thing that you tweeted the other night where you take a baseball right off the head and your pitcher just lays there dead.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's funny, but it's also kind of terrifying when you're the one that's like, wait, oh, my guy's dead. Oh, I still have to field this.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
It's a little slow moving. Like the characters aren't running that fast, so like some of that, and like I thought in the very beginning when I played the tutorial, it's like you have to pull trigger to advance a base, and I thought you had to do that every time, and I didn't realize that it was auto at least advancing to the next base, like on a kind of on a safe mode thing. So I was hitting that trigger and I was like overrunning them and like trying to get to like third base on what should have been a single, and like it was just like I was getting out over and over and over, and I was like, "What
Why
am
do
I
you
doing?"
morons keep running?
Yeah. So, anyways, I figured it. But yeah, it's fun. It's not.
interested.
I mean, it's free. It's new.
Yeah.
It just came out.
Just came out.
And it's free with Xbox Live.
I'm interested to see what some of the online play is like. I think you can do like online, even like seasons if you want with people.
Playing with
like if you want to play through some games with people, and it seems like there's some different control schemes when you're playing multiplayer. So
cool.
that's what I've been playing.
I have been playing primarily this and quite a bit of Frostpunk, and I mentioned it last week that it was kind of on my radar, and I finally pulled the trigger on it. It's a $30 game on Steam. It is kind of a resource management. It has a little bit of that Civ flavor to it, I guess, in some ways. It's very stripped down from a Civ game, but it's pretty challenging. I didn't expect it to kind of own me as much as it did. Like I played the first time through, and you get so here's the premise. It's a post-apocalyptic. The whole world's frozen. For some reason, these crazy people that live in London decide to go north because I guess I don't know that it would be warmer going north. But anyways, they go north and they have this big generator that they plant down in the middle of a crater. And then you kind of have to build this city out from the center in this circular shape. And there's a bunch of, things to manage, and you can't just kind of rest. Like you can't, you can pause the game and plot out what you're doing, but it'll get out of hand so quick. It feels like a sim, like a SimCity game or something like that, where you just all of a sudden feel like you've lost control.
Where it's like suddenly you've put all this energy and you're like, man, I'm doing awesome. And then one thing happens and then you're like, this is going south, and I'm just basically taking a bucket and throwing it on this entire building full of fire, hoping to put it out.
Very much that way. I played a few rounds now where I failed and had to start over. And that's not fun, but it also is fun in a weird way. I don't know. It's that kind of like, hey, I'm learning from each time I fail. And normally, it seems like I feel weird saying this because I think we were talking about like Monster Hunter a while ago, and I was complaining about that type of a game. And I think in this instance, it's just such a different gameplay that it's something that I enjoyed doing. So like in Monster Hunter, when I was fighting those monsters, not anything against the game for people who like it, I just didn't enjoy fighting the monsters. It just felt hack and slash to me, and I just wanted to get it over with. And so when I would
that satisfying, like after you finished it, I didn't feel like it was very satisfying either.
Well, yeah, you didn't. I feel like you didn't earn a lot.
Yeah,
but. So that's kind of why with this game it seems rewarding because the gameplay is fun. So once you fail and have to start over, it's like, I got to try building the city a little different this time. I got to approach it differently. But it's crazy. You just have you have like 120 of your best friends hanging out on this little ice cube, and you got to keep them alive. And it is challenging, but I couldn't recommend this game more. I really, 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 really like it. I had played it a lot this weekend, and I think it was Sunday. I had gotten to a point further than I'd ever gotten in the first level, and I was just like, I'm doing so well, and then things started getting out of hand and quick. And now coal is like your major resource. You got to have lots of coal to keep the it's not an engine, the generator running.
Right.
And all of a sudden I was out of coal, and I have no idea how I was out of coal.
That's bad news.
But I knew that everything was going bad, and then there's this group called the Londoners that will start to revolt if they don't like what's happening, and like you have to try to coax them out of joining this group, because at a certain point they'll tell you like so many days. they'll gather more and more people, and at this point they'll just take those people and leave. And I mean, good riddance. They're probably doomed to their deaths out there in the winter.
Go ahead and go
Tundra.
die. Jerks.
But like, I was at a point where there were like, I don't know, almost 40 people in that Londoners group, and I was out of coal, and people were cold. It's stressful, but man,
Well, I
it's
like
a lot of fun.
what, because it's the same developers as This War of Mine,
Yeah.
and I like the idea of like a city builder that has like those kind of random events that go on or whatever. Because I've played a lot of like Tropico, and it kind of has that kind of deal too.
I like Tropico.
Oh, Tropico is so fun, and so I'm excited to try this out.
Well, what's cool is you can early in the game you can build a beacon, and then at that point you can send an expedition out, and then you have it zooms out onto a bigger world map, and you have these different spots where you can go and explore, and you'll find more survivors, you'll find more materials, you'll find sometimes you'll find this one of the things you'll find early on is this automated robot, and you can send him back or her, I don't know, it. And it's this big thing on legs. It looks like a Half-Life looking thing. And it'll show up, and you can assign it a job. Like, you can say, hey, I
that's
want
awesome.
you to like take the coal to the generator. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and it'll do whatever.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of this game. It looks like really cool.
I mean, like we said last week, I think the naming was a little lazy
Yeah, a
because
little weird. Yeah.
it is obviously a steampunk looking game, but Frostpunk, cold steam.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the
That
automation.
is kind of creepy
Automatons.
looking. It looks a lot like it looks like they took their inspiration from like that little weird dog machine thing that walks that Boston Mechanics or whatever is doing.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Recore?
Yeah, Record.
what?
Yes, the Xbox One game.
That Xbox
Oh,
One game,
yeah.
Recore. Yeah.
There are some things in Half-Life that look very similar to this that are very tall and like,
Yeah.
have the lonky legs. I don't know. If you're into this type of gameplay and you're looking for something like that, it's definitely worth it. And it seems like there's a lot of gameplay for $30. Like, it seems like the game, from what I hear, is there's levels, so you actually finish a level, and it could take 5, 6, up to 8 hours to finish a world or whatever, and then you can move on to another level. So, a lot of fun.
It looks like so far I'll be playing that. Oh crap! I just realized I put my. Oh, never mind. It's a full day. Never mind.
What'd you do?
I thought I put that.
You thought you put it for a shorter period of
I
time?
put it for a shorter period of time than I meant to, but
What are we even talking about?
that
His
Twitter
poll.
poll. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
His
Sorry,
poll's
yeah,
out
his-
there for longer than a day, folks.
Okay,
no,
that's
it's only
good.
out for the day.
Okay.
It's out there for a day.
It must have seen its shadow.
Trevi wants to know where Jeremy is.
Well, it's
It's a long story.
a long story.
He's
He decided to leave the show.
We voted him out.
he's pillaging on the high seas for real.
He really was inspired by Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
We can't do much about it. He decided to be a pirate. We feel like it's going to be short-lived. He'll probably come crawling back within a week or
Yeah.
two. But, we'll see. I bet his beard will be bigger maybe when he comes back.
He does have an eye patch.
Hopefully
so-
he has a couple peg limbs. I don't know. I'm hoping for arms, peg arms, both
Yeah,
arms
that
to
would
be
make typing
pegs.
really
like the guy on Family Guy, the captain. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping to see when he comes back. But yeah, so if you want to, you can wish him well on Twitter if you would like. Just say
happy sailing.
Hey, just say shiver me timbers.
Yeah,
at it.
yeah,
Tweet,
actually,
tweet
yeah.
shiver me
Everyone,
timbers.
go and tweet at Jeremy Shiver Me Timbers
Just do
right
that.
now.
Yeah, and he will feel the love if you.
What's
would be
his
so
Twitter handle?
kind.
At Jeremy J Holt.
Yes. At Jeremy J. Holt, tweet shiver me timbers. So that is the games that Awiza has been playing. Also, one thing I have been playing that I almost forgot to mention.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say.
Kuipers popped it up here for me. Is Fortnite? There's a new update.
You might need to refresh that, Kuipers.
There is a new update for Fortnite. It's a limited time where you can play as Thanos. Now, how this works is it's only in solo. You can you jump into a normal
find the-
100 dudes jumping on an island thing. The Infinity Gauntlet will just fall out of the sky like a meteor. And if you're near it, you grab it, you turn into Thanos when you put it on, and then
like
you have
super powerful.
You have a lot more health. Like you have like 800 shield and 500. I don't know. It's like your health is crazy, and you can do these super high like power jumps. Like you hold down the button and then you leap into the air, and you have these laser beams that blast people, and like it's cool. So once you get that, you can go around laying waste to people, but then they can try to kill you. And if someone kills you, they can come pick up the gauntlet. Or actually, I think if they kill you, they just instantly take over as Thanos.
Yeah. So Thanos doesn't die.
No, it's kind of like a tag in a way, or something like that. In a reverse tag.
It's the last Thanos standing.
Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of fun. If you play Fortnite, you should go check it out. If you don't play Fortnite, what are you doing? Go download it.
Yeah.
It's free.
Everybody, Oprah's playing.
Yeah,
Fortnite.
Oprah's playing now.
Wait,
huh?
really?
Are you
Maybe
talking about
now.
Roseanne?
Yeah, that's probably
Are
it.
you thinking about Roseanne Barr?
I knew it was a famous person.
Okay, Roseanne plays.
Yeah, Roseanne plays. Drake plays.
Drake plays.
It's God's plan.
Ninja plays.
It's God's plan.
Not sure about that.
Was Drake his song God's plan?
Oh, I'm aware.
Come on.
I'm aware. I'm aware of his song. But your joke
Ooh, you suck.
Okay,
fell
fine.
on me. I'm
sorry.
I
It's a
apologize.
bad joke.
It was God's plan.
Oh, it's funny when he says it. Huh?
Oh, it's just because it was an insult to your joke. I thought. But coming with the funny thing to come of this is that when you're Thanos, you can still use all of your emotes that you have earned or purchased in the
Yep.
game. And there's all these hilarious memes. I think Kuipers has some up that maybe you play, maybe don't. Of Thanos, like this is the popcorn one where you just throw popcorn in your face. And people have like been working it into
The Avengers movies.
all kinds of stuff. Do you have any
Yeah.
more on there, Kuipers?
Yeah, there's.
Oh yeah, this one's my favorite. The dance battle in Guardians of the Galaxy, and Thanos is throwing popcorn at his face and then dancing in the background.
Oh man,
It's so perfect.
that's really good.
They need to have the Orange Justice one somewhere.
Wasn't that the one that they just showed?
I think that's that one that he's doing the second time.
Yeah,
I don't-
right here. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is,
that's
isn't it?
yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, it is.
Is there any more? Or is that it?
No, I think
okay.
that might be it.
I'm just not
Anyways.
used to I'm used to the kid doing it. not
You're
the
used to it
animation.
being the kid and not
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's pretty cool. Go check that out if you wanna.
Yeah.
If you wanna, but
If you want a butt.
we want a butt. Much more to discuss this evening. We're not stopping there.
Oh, good.
E3 is upon us.
It is.
It's near. Autonoma, Kuna Matata. And you want to know what's coming at you, right? You want to know the big things, the big releases,
doesn't?
all that stuff. So there was a leak. Walmart, a Canadian Walmart, of course, the Canadians would
Yeah.
be responsible for this.
Just wild things.
They don't care. They don't hold, gaming. They don't hold it near and cherish it, and they don't respect it enough to keep it secret.
You know, as the Canadians
Keep it
say,
secret.
sorry, eh?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, hey, you hosers.
So
mean to.
somehow they leaked all of these games that are on Walmart's website.
Yeah.
Now I think, Kyle, do you want to just run through the list and just read all of the
Yeah.
titles?
Do you want me to go through every
Yeah,
single one
let's
of
do
them?
'em
Okay.
all.
Let me pull up the image here because this is a
Except for like
a big image.
the Far Cry ones.
No, let's read them all.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Wait, you mean the DLC?
The DLC.
Yeah, I guess that you don't have to read.
Okay,
so these are the games that are supposedly we
some
might hear
of them
about.
some of them are ones that we already kind of had anticipated and knew were going to probably be at E3 and knew were going to be made. But these are ones that specifically are showing on their or were showing on their website. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Not a
that had been-
surprise.
that
We
had
knew
been
that one was
announced
there.
already.
Splinter Cell, there was a lot of rumors about them
Because
doing
of the-
one.
Yeah.
Insurgency Sandstorm.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what
I'm
that is.
excited for Splinter Cell. It's been a
Yeah.
long time. That
Well,
last
yeah.
game was pretty good.
Hopefully they get Michael Ironside back.
They did for the
for the
DLC, for the
Ghost Recon.
Wildlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Insurgency is, though.
Yeah, I have no idea what
I
Insurgency
almost think I've
Sandstorm.
heard something.
You know?
Well, I know more about Darude Sandstorm.
I don't know if that's the same thing.
I highly doubt it, but
Insurgency
Well,
was
then-
either like a first-person shooter or maybe it was a VR thing. Can't remember. It could be a VR thing.
Could be.
It's PlayStation.
It looks like it's the same price as other games though, so
Oh,
I don't know. The Last of Us 2, which that would be a surprise if they're actually releasing that.
hopefully they release it soon.
I
wouldn't be shocked
kind
if
of
it
had
releases this
anticipated. It seemed like that was going to be one that was going to end up in 19. So seeing that coming out in 18 would be a bit of a surprise. Just Cause 4, WWE 2K19, WWE 2K19.
I was kind of Just Cause 4. I was a little surprised about.
Yeah.
I was talking about at the beginning of the show, earlier before the show, but it's like I didn't know how well that game was received, the last one. So I'm a little bit surprised because I
Yeah,
don't
3
know.
was loved.
2 was loved,
2 was loved.
Yeah.
3 was
not as much.
not as much loved. Yeah.
Now,
Well, and that they also had released that on. They'd put that out free with Games with Gold or PlayStation's. I can't remember which one it was.
led
but
me to believe that it didn't.
yeah,
sell
that's
very
why I didn't
well.
think it had sold well either. Dragon's Quest 2.
Now, here's the thing about that. I've seen this, and I've checked a couple different sources, and I keep seeing Dragon Quest 2. That game has been out forever. That's an old freaking game. So I'm wondering if this is supposed to be Dragon
A
Quest
remaster.
Builders 2.
It could be.
Oh,
Because they already have Dragon Quest like 11 coming out soon.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if this is Builders 2, which I'm
That'd be
really hoping that's the case. Because
Dragon's Quest Dragon's Builder.
Dragons Builders. Build
Dragons.
chestnuts, Dragons Builders. Get it for free on my website, Dragons Builders.
On the website.
Dragon Quest Builders.
Dragon Quest Builders.
It was my almost game of the year of 2016.
Oh, you streamed that one,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, for Extra. I really
Yeah.
like that game. It's also available on the Switch right now.
Looks like there was a details about a Dragon Quest Builders 2 back in April.
Yeah,
So,
supposedly there was a release announced in Japan, so that's why
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking.
so that may have been what
Yeah.
that was supposed to be.
Yeah,
Let's see. Just Cause 4 for Xbox. Destiny Comet.
what the heck is that?
I'm guessing that's a DLC.
Another one?
Or
or-
it's probably
It's
just
a
something
full
else.
price game.
It's probably something else.
Do you think it's like all? It's like all the stuff again, like they've done that
Oh,
before.
I
where
want.
it's
Yeah,
like-
that like the Taken King.
Yeah.
version.
I think it's something different.
You think it's a new Destiny game?
No, I think it's just some.
Oh, like it's not a
Other-
Destiny game. It's just Destiny
No, it's
Comet
just
is its
Destiny
own
Comet is, yeah.
thing. Okay.
It sounds like some JRPG thing or something. I don't know.
Destiny's Comet.
Let me see. Let's use the internet. Where did that? It just said. They're saying on Game Revolution that it's certainly 100% related to Bungie's franchise and
Oh,
not
really?
something else in the gaming industry.
Maybe it's like an offshoot thing.
I was gonna say because I would be surprised that someone could get away releasing a game. With
They
the
said
name
as
Destiny.
such, Destiny Comet is most definitely the code name for the third expansion of Destiny 2.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's not an actual name.
That's weird that they would have the code name.
I love the fact that they say it's most definitely, despite the fact that they have no idea. Good job, Game Revolution. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Good luck. That's probably like, if that is a game, that's gonna be like a piece of it, right? Because they said they were gonna have to release
They were
that
gonna do it like
episodically, yeah.
Metroid Prime.
Which that's not gonna be till 2019. I almost
Yeah.
guarantee it.
So that would be a huge surprise if that's supposed to be sooner. NBA 2K19, no surprise there. Super Smash Brothers, Borderlands 3,
It's not really a surprise, but it's encouraging. I'd
yeah,
like to see that
Assassin's Creed.
soon. I hope
Assassin's
they
Creed.
I hope they
don't.
take their time with it.
I mean, it wouldn't. It would and it wouldn't be a surprise if they announced another Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
I feel like Borderlands 3 is kind of surprising because I didn't know that they were. I mean, they've been talking about it, right? But
They've been talking about it.
But they haven't actually came out and said we're making this or we're gonna make it or it's gonna be our
Well,
next game. And
I think at one point they released a thing that said we're working on Borderlands 3. We need help, and so they were hiring people.
oh, okay.
But I don't think there's definitely not been any progress updates. There was a tech demo that was for Unreal 5 or whatever it is. I can't remember the newest one is.
There was Lego DC Villains. Let's see, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Is that that's not the one with the...
That's the one with the foul-mouthed monkey.
Oh, okay, that is the one. Okay. Which we knew is coming eventually, just...
It looks like a really cool game.
Now here's the big boy. Here's the one that's just is shocking and awing people across the internet right now.
Rage 2.
Rage 2. Now, for one, nobody knew that they needed another Rage game. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I actually really liked Rage. It's not that inspiring of a game, but it's just it looked pretty and it was fun to play. Had good, it's kind of one of those games with really good controls. That was what year was that out in? The original Rage, was that 2008 or something like that? I don't know.
I remember I ended up it was funny because I meant to buy Rage and I picked up Borderlands on accident because they came out at a similar time, I think, or similar-ish, I don't know. And I ended up loving Borderlands. I did pick up Rage eventually, but
How did you confuse Rage with Borderlands?
because they're deserts and there's cars and I don't know. I didn't know much about games at that time.
Oh, okay.
November 2010.
Okay, I was a little off there.
It seems like that Bethesda has taken this in a decent way. With the Rage 2 leak, they essentially went to their Rage Twitter account and said, "Hey, Walmart, here are a few notes," and they put in like incorrect key art, wrong font, not all caps, frowny face, missing age rating, and then they put an anarchy symbol over the rest of the listing.
That's pretty funny.
So yeah, that's
was-
maybe that.
Yeah.
I mean that either. I mean, the way that they announced or that they addressed it too could be either way. It could be them just being like, whatever. This is going to be funny to respond to it, even though we're not making the game.
Yeah.
I think
Or it's we're making the game and our cover's blown, so let's just have fun with it.
Yeah.
It's just a bummer to think that Walmart blows the cover on all of
yeah.
your games for E3.
Yeah.
They were like, we
Yeah.
got this great reveal. We're so excited to show it to the world.
It just happens this way
Walmart.
anymore. Nobody can keep a secret anymore.
There's a Dreams for PlayStation.
Oh, that's Media Molecule.
Okay.
Creators of Little Big
Little
Planet.
Big Planet.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited to see what that actually is.
It looks trippy.
It looks really trippy.
Let's see. The only other thing I'm seeing on here is Forza Horizon 5
Which that is kind
and
of
Gears of War
expected.
5.
It's weird that they have Assassin's Creed on here. I wonder if that's DLC or if that's a new game. Like
I bet it's a new game.
already, you think they're going to announce one?
Well, they might announce it. They might not release it for a while. They might just.
It might be something that's
It
coming
might-
out next spring.
It could just be something where they're just kind of teasing the era. That could be it. Or maybe they have a full new game ready. I hope not. I hope they take their time like they did with Origins. But
I'm a little surprised by Gears of War 5, although
Yeah.
I shouldn't be because
it's a first
Microsoft
party.
needs
yeah.
something to save themselves.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're struggling so much with first party games. I feel like Sea of Thieves kind of fell flat for them, and then they're just, I don't know.
Yeah.
They just don't have. I mean, when you're looking at something like God of War from Sony,
Gosh, there's no
it's
comparison.
like they just aren't competing.
Well, and
Well,
it's
and
like
then you've got-
Sony has such so many flagship single player games like God of War, Horizon, Last of Us,
Last of Us.
Uncharted,
Yeah.
and it's like none of those are really matched on the other side.
I mean, Microsoft has Gears of War, Halo.
All of which are fading. Which you could say definitely Uncharted is fading a bit.
Gears of War and Halo.
I am really excited about it. Gears of War. I love those games.
Don't forget that Microsoft has Halo.
Yeah, everybody's forgotten about that.
Is Halo 6 is due out soon, right? That's
Is it?
got to be
I don't
coming
know.
out. I mean, we played Halo 5, and
I'm
I don't
excited
really
for it.
care about that
I will
story
play-
anymore. But
Screw Buck. That guy.
I'll play Halo 5. or whatever
Sure.
it is, but I'll enjoy it.
You gonna play as Buck?
Yeah, probably.
abandon
Yeah.
us.
And abandon.
Hey, you just played
Yeah.
when I couldn't play. So
No,
that's-
you just
that's
didn't
your
want to
fault.
finish the
You
mission.
didn't want to finish the fight.
You didn't want to finish
The fight.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
the
I'm
Halo
sure that
slogan.
the
so
thing
that
I
would be the-
definitely didn't have a choice of doing.
I'm pretty sure you were in the middle of it with us, and then
Yep.
you got sleepy or sick.
No, I'm pretty sure it's something I actually couldn't avoid. I don't remember.
You were sleepy or sick.
Yeah.
You were in the middle of it because
Yeah.
you left us, and then the AI took over for Buck, and he
Yep.
totally screwed us. He failed us.
Yeah, it
we
was
needed
terrible.
You. We needed you.
Buck was the worst.
You failed us. It tarnished my Halo experience, really.
Yeah, that game was a lot of fun playing through the whole thing
Until
with
Trevor.
everybody until Trevor left, and then it was like,
I'm sure I had a reason. I'm sure I didn't
You
just
were
leave 'cause
sleepy.
if I was sleepy, it wouldn't have made it any better because
I think
don't
he had been
stop-
sleepy like a couple nights before, and then we had to quit earlier, and then he left town for the weekend.
That makes sense.
that might have been
I think
yeah.
that's what happened.
Anyways, Halo, I'm surprised isn't on here, but maybe they're gonna say something about it.
Yeah,
they just don't have that story-driven game. They have some cool games, I think.
Yeah, they have some great
I mean,
games.
they tried to do that with Gears 4. I feel like they tried to make it much more story-driven. Like I love some of those moments in that game, but it didn't
Uh-huh.
have that like whole change like God of War did. Like because
Oh, no, yeah.
because Marcus is kind of that. In the same way, kind of that Kratos character in a way, like
Yeah.
this crazy guy who's just about war and
Right.
murder and his son was in Gears 4, right? Wasn't it? No,
Yep.
You play as his
Yeah,
son.
you play as his son.
So maybe there'll be a prequel to 4 where he just goes around and says, "Boy, kill that alien scum. Boy, fetch my saw blade." That's the
That
game. I
game
hope
is
they
so
make.
good. So
incredible. When they just add the phono mode, I'm excited to.
Oh
mess around
yeah.
with that.
Did you say you took some pictures or not?
I didn't get any good pictures. I kind of just went in there to mess with it just to see how good it was, and I can say it is a good photo mode.
I like
You
good
know,
photo modes.
The only
Yeah.
thing I can complain about is you are locked with in position with the executions. I kind of wish you could like circle around him and stuff whenever because the executions are really cool. Like when you get the stun attacks and then you do the execution thing is what I mean. But it locks into that same angle, so you can't.
oh, so you
adjust
can't
that
change
at all.
the angles or anything.
So-
Okay.
But it's still a nice photo mode. I still don't think, by far, I think the most impressive photo mode has for me, actually, oddly enough, has been Shadow of War, because it seemed like it had so many different options and so many really cool things you could do. Horizons was pretty good.
Yeah,
But
I really
yeah, this
liked
one's-
Horizon.
Yeah, Horizons was pretty awesome.
This one's almost as good as Horizons.
Because Horizons, you could like change your facial expression and everything.
Yeah, you can
So-
do that with Kratos. You can change
Oh,
his
really?
facial expression.
Okay.
Make him
Awesome.
smile. Welcome to the #1 podcast about photo modes in video games.
I love photo modes. I was so excited when they said they were actually going to do one.
They are fun.
Because
There's a lot of things in that game that are just worthy of it too.
Oh, it's
Oh
so
my
beautiful.
gosh, I was that whole part where you find that giant that's like been dead in the snow
yeah.
for forever. And like the sheer size of him, you're like,
Oh gosh, yeah.
oh, that can't be real. And then when you realize in order to get into that area, it's like a ring off of his finger and you're crawling underneath. I was like, oh man, this is a big torso. And then I get further in and I'm like, oh, that was a forearm that I was crawling underneath there. Holy cow.
Oh, when you see the giant.
Yeah, that giant. It's just so, and as you get closer and actually get to that point where you're right up near the face and everything, and you're like, wow. Like the scaling and everything in that game is just so awesome.
Yeah, the art design in it is pretty much second to none at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen a game that kind of has those jaw-dropping moments quite as much as that. I lost my ball. It rolled away.
Oh,
I got your ball.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyways, I'm excited for E3. I'm excited to see what happens. We're going to be doing some coverage here.
Yes.
So make sure you, if you're curious about E3 coverage, you're going to want to come check it out at The Loop. The Loop here. It's a talk show about video games, but I think it all kicks off Saturday, June something.
June 49th.
That's going to be, I think EA kicks it off usually, so we'll probably be streaming and commenting on that. So be sure to tune into that. What is it June, what?
June 12th through the 14th is when the expo is. I don't know if that's when the...
I think it's usually...
So it'll be June 9th when we start streaming.
A month from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9th, 10th, and 11th are when the pressers are.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, check that out. We're excited. Are there any, you guys, we probably don't want to do too much of this, but any big predictions you want us to get out now so you can say I told you so once it happens?
I haven't even really thought about this. I'll predict they'll have a gameplay trailer for The Last of Us 2. I know that's kind of safe, but I'll bet on top of that they'll have a release date. And
Anything else?
I almost want to say I bet it'll come out this year, but
Wow, really?
I don't know if I want to say that or not, though, because I think it probably will, but I'm not that confident in it. Oh, you know what the heck? I'll say it. So, yeah, for my bet is Last of Us gameplay, date, and this year. So that's what
I
I'll
can't
say
think
to
of anything off the top of my head that's extreme enough that I actually believe is possible. But I'll say Wild is going to be released.
I really want to see.
It's going to be released like
I so wanna
that
see
day.
that
They'll be
stuff,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, you can play it now."
That's
I really
a
wanna see
little
that
bit of a
game
stretch.
soon.
I know, right?
I want to play Wild. My prediction is we're going to see a new, even more confusing Death Stranding trailer
Probably. Yeah.
where babies will be inside of men's bellies.
Oh,
think we'll
that's a good one. That would be
They're not going to announce a release date yet.
They're going to show a gameplay trailer.
I don't think so.
That'd
you
be
don't
really
think so?
cool. I don't
This
know,
is
though.
Kojima. He's not ready to do that yet.
He is pretty
Come
slow.
on, Kojima, just do it.
If you've watched,
Help me out.
If you followed
Help
the
me
years
out.
of Metal Gear games,
But
he
this
always-
isn't the Metal Gear. He's
It's
not
his-
bound
it's his-
by
It's his
Konami.
process, man.
He's not bound by Konami anymore.
Kojami.
Kojami.
It's his
He
process.
does what he wants.
He likes to release these cinematic trailers over and over and over, and then he, releases it.
You guys think we'll see Crackdown stuff?
Oh, we have to.
Yeah,
That's coming
that's
out
what
this
I'm
year.
thinking.
They
isn't it?
have to be releasing that, right?
I mean, that's coming out this year.
I don't know. They haven't really said, have they?
Oh, it's got to.
I hope so. I would think so, but they've been kind of weird about that game. So
Yeah.
There's a bold prediction. Terry Crews comes out on stage and flexes his pectoral muscles.
They tear through a Crackdown shirt. Wait, he's wearing a button-up shirt, but it tears through, and there's a Crackdown release date.
Crackdown
under-
release
that
date.
would be
on the
awesome.
shirt.
Yeah.
And then Old Spice suddenly comes up behind him.
You think we'll Red Dead stuff? You think?
I don't. The Rockstar seems to not
Yeah, I don't
be
think so.
involved
Yeah.
in E3. They'll probably just do their own thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because what they're going to do is there's going to be at least one more cinematic trailer, and then when it gets close to release, they're going to do that thing where they spend like 10 minutes talking about all the systems, and
Yeah,
then
I
they'll
love when
release
they do
multiple videos of that. That's their process.
And Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, you'll be able to see horse testicles in stunning HD.
So I was
Trevor's really excited about horse testicles.
I was
and
debating on
stunning
if I wanted to
HD.
talk about this, but so they
Just let it out.
They have some hands-on things that they were talking about.
Hands-on horse testicles.
I knew that was going to come around, but no. They had some things where some publishers or that some not publishers, some journalists got to see the game, and they got to talk about it.
Yeah,
of course they're not
IGN
showing
did.
it.
Wasn't it only IGN?
No, I think Eurogamer had some too.
Oh.
But one of the things I was really excited about, this is going to sound the stupidest thing to be excited about,
Awesome.
but they said So at one point he's in a gunfight and he gets his hat shot off, and he's like, they were just like, okay, so what happens with that? Will you get your hat back? But apparently you have to either go pick up your hat or buy a new one. And I love that idea because
it sounds like this game is going to have a little touch of the survival in it.
Yeah.
Too. Like you have a camp. It's like your central hub, and you have to collect resources.
Yeah.
And so
I like.
It sounds Go and watch some of those. IGN's got one. I think Eurogamer, and if somebody else does, they've got some interesting things to say.
do they actually have video footage of it?
No
They-
video
yeah, I was
footage,
gonna say,
sadly, but they just talk about it.
You said
like,
watch,
some
so
of the-
I was like,
Well,
how
they're
is this?
videos, I guess.
Oh, they talk about it.
They talk about it.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say though, with this hat thing though, I really hope it extends to multiplayer because I would love to just go around shooting people's hats off and just annoy the crap out of
Can you go in and go pick up their hat? and steal
just
it?
steal everybody's hats.
That would be a Trevor thing to do.
It's Trevor Fran's Hat Bandit.
We're the Hat Bandit squad.
Surrender your hats, and nobody has to die.
It'll be like Rust when people would attack people and say,
pants.
"Take off your pants,
Lose 'em."
lose them."
Alrighty. Do we have any emails?
No, I don't think that
Voicemails?
anybody gave us any voicemails.
We've had
Nobody.
2 calls to our number and people
We
don't
have?
leave messages. Yeah, I've gotten 2 emails about it, and then nobody leaves a message. Did we get
Yeah.
one?
No, I haven't gotten any notifications about
Weird.
phone calls.
All
I
right.
don't think.
Well, we can't forget about our Patreon peeps.
Woo.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I forgot I rushed you.
You rushed me. I thought we had it. And
I mean, I figured you were. I mean, it's just
trying to press all
Anyways.
the buttons.
Our Patreon peeps are those lovely individuals who donate to us through patreon.com/minutetub. And right now you're seeing the names of the fancy people who donate at a $10 level or more each month. These contributors make this show possible. And they're considered co-producers, our cohorts in crime, our cohabitants.
They live with us?
Yes, if they want. But yes, you too could be one of these fine individuals by going to patreon.com/minutetub and subscribe at any level, $1 to $100, whatever you can spare to give us. We will gratefully accept and honor you in this fashion. We do appreciate your support. But I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Jolliver in the chat says, I co-produced the shiz out of this show. That
Yeah,
is
you did.
That
accurate.
is true.
That's true. You are a co-producer.
You co-produced.
By harassing via Twitter.
I appreciate your Twitter harassment.
Yes.
That does it for this show.
We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow night at the same time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, with the Tubcast. You know, that pop culture show that you just love.
Just love it.
Pop culture and weird news delivered to you in a way that you have never enjoyed before. You didn't
Yeah.
even know you needed it.
I mean, last week we gave a bunch of fashion tips.
We did. And some people
great.
took us up on it. There was some old dude
Yeah.
that cut his jeans up.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
our
it was-
Facebook.
It was sexy.
That's how it goes. All right, everybody. It's been swell and swollen at the same time.
Jolliver
See
says
a doctor.
short show tonight.
See a doctor about the swelling. See if it
not
goes
a-
down.
It's not a short show.
It's an hour.
It's right about an hour.
Did we get a little?
We're a couple minutes shorter than an hour, I suppose.
I mean,
You
not
want me
really.
to stop the music?
No, there's a 5-minute countdown. So I mean,
know.
really, if we
So
count that,
really, yeah, this has been
I mean,
longer.
longer than an hour.
Longer than an hour.
But no, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Did he try?
He didn't.
It
He
didn't-
tried.
It didn't work. It's
Didn't
too
work.
late.
It didn't work.
If it doesn't work before the music stops,
Close the show.
the show's over. Try again. Sorry.
Too late.
Try tomorrow night. We'll do it tomorrow night. He can dance. All right. Good night, everybody.